Well, it's been an eyesore and hazard for more than a decade, but now some real progress to report in the effort to remove two massive ships abandoned in the Columbia River. In fact, you've probably seen them as you drive south on I-5 from Vancouver to Portland. Fox 12's Adrian Thomas has the latest on getting those ships to ship out.
Since 2006, the Alert and Saccharissa sat abandoned in the Columbia off Hayden Island. But a major breakthrough this week. One of the vessels, the Saccharissa, was finally towed away. And today, a massive crane called the Pacific Lifter arrived to lift the other vessel, the Alert. The removal of the ships is overseen by the Coast Guard.
We plan to begin operations to raise the Alert this weekend. That's why you see this massive crane off to the right here. After the oily waste has been removed from both of these vessels, they'll be transferred to the Oregon Department of State Lands for disposal.
This operation took a while to execute because of the cost and planning that goes into it. It takes a lot of coordination from many agencies ranging from local to state to the federal government. And the actual removal of the ships carries a hefty price for the Coast Guard.
To hire oil spill response organizations here, the lifters and stuff like that, right now we're sitting at about $1.25 million for the cleanup effort part of it.
And it will cost the state an additional $2 million to take the ships apart and safely dispose of all the metal and machinery. A Coast Guard captain overseeing the operation says 2 years ago, his team cleaned up some of the oil and toxins leaking from the boat's engines. But more complications came once the boats actually sank.
And when the vessels actually sank earlier this year, that residual oil, as well as trash, anything else that was brought, cooking oils that were brought on board the vessel since we cleaned the bilges and pumps, started bubbling to the surface.
And though this operation does remove two huge potential hazards, this isn't the end of the overall problem.
There are literally hundreds of abandoned and derelict vessels in the state of Oregon, large and small, and they're seriously impacting the use of those waters.
Adrian Thomas, Fox 12 Oregon.